What up, boys? Oh, V29, boys. V29. This will be the last. This will be the last one, boys. The last one on V28. It feels like we've been in version 28 for ages. But I feel like it's one of those ones that it's mainly because I'm not sure. Like, there was the content update, of course, but it was kind of one of those ones where you're just doing tons and tons of milestones, and yeah, that kind of like it kind of became mature. So yeah, it was a little bit of it was a good one. Like, overall, like, I don't think anybody's complaining, but I think it's one of those ones where it's like the main things we want to see changed in the game. That sort of stuff. More access to quality of life and changes to tournaments. So, boys, so way. Here it is. Zorg, what's good? JR, what's good? What's good? What's good, fam? Alright, chat seems to be coming through well. Yeah, so I thought I'd start the the stream a little bit early tonight, boys. Just a little bit early. And for once, everything's actually working. And, gentlemen, we are actually streaming on UG Phone. XL Daily, what up? We're actually streaming through the cloud phone. We finally managed to get it to work. Boys, you guys are going to absolutely crack up on this. Why we couldn't get it to work. So this is actually what the visuals that you guys are seeing. This is actually from their website. Or whatever, the website portal. It's not through the APK. So I tried putting it through the application. And, Kinners, boys. Rubbish. No good, fam. No good. No good, man. So I went through the website. It all seems to be running well. Boys, do you know what the big problem was of why it wasn't working? It's because my cloud phones were registered to Germany. Boys, I don't know how well you guys are at geography, but New Zealand is a hell of a way from Europe. So, yeah. I just transferred the cloud phones to Singapore. That's generally because through all the other cloud phones that I've tried, Singapore always seems to kind of work best. But yeah, boys, damn, what a crack up oversight. What a funny one. What an absolute funny one. So we're gonna do tonight's stream using the cloud phone and that, and if we can kind of nail it and we don't have any or too many issues, or any, not many if any, boys, I got no problem promoting it, like 100%. But I know you guys have seen cloud phones at nauseum and that, but from day-to-day performance, it's been running really well. Like, I think the thing that I was having with LD Cloud is that it must be once everybody wakes up or something happens and it just boom, it's like it just lags. Like, it's only visually, the game still itself is doing fine. But sometimes you just want to log in and tap the gems and you don't want to be like mucking around with shit. And it's like you just want to like log in, tap the gems, but then you can't do it because it's like you're waiting for it to, I don't know, buffer, get out of the latency problems. Oh, cloud are taking too long. Too much yarns, boys. Too much yarns. What up, my dude? They keep coming for next key of your next key upgrades, dude. Version 29, boys. Crazy. Is the visual quality as good as this on the app? Let's pull it up. And I'll just look over at the OBS. Oh, slightly better on the app. Oh, actually quite a bit better on the app. I don't know what this is looking like on your phone, or however you're viewing it, but it's way clearer than this on the app. I knew I was going to do that. It doesn't like it when I do that. But it doesn't mind it when I do that on the application. But it does when I do it from the... whatever you call it. The website. It's fine, boys. Gives us a sec. Which one is it? This one? Fucking the ads. Boom. There we are. We're back. But yeah, boys, version 29. Dude, skis. Boys. I'm not gonna lie, I've read through the patch notes probably like 3 or 4 times, but like 3 or 4 skim reads is probably like a better way of putting it. Just like at work, and it's like skim. Oh, this is interesting. And kind of like each time that I read it, I kind of like see something else. And then I've been trying to catch up with like everybody's live streams and videos and everything like that. But boys, it is upon us. We're going to collect the tournament rewards. And then we're going to wake up or go to sleep, depending on whatever your time zone is. And like... boys, we're version 29, man. This is it, boys. And it seems like a hell of a ripper of a one. Good on them for releasing some information a little bit earlier, too. Like, I seen somebody's post and I was like, oh, you know, we might put something out. And, you know, maybe yes and maybe no. And I'm like... fucking 50 fucking uppercut yourself in the face, boy. Like, hurry up and... what's wrong with you fucking asshole? Go fucking shin kick your face. Like, just tell us what it is, man. Just tell us what it is. Hey, so the patch notes showed no love to Poison Swamp or Smart Missile. You're planning on investing in Inner Landmine Plus or Chain Lightning? Zorg, it'll be Inner Landmine Plus depending on the changes to those modules. So I'll probably wait till whatever the core module or cannon module is, till that's finished, and then like I won't necessarily say if like there's no changes whatsoever. I won't necessarily jump into Inner Landmine Plus, but what I'll do is I won't go so deep into CF Plus. So after kind of reading through the patch notes and that, I kind of feel like going into tournament mode is probably onto it thing to do. Just try to like ride the wave of heaps of people moving around and all that sort of stuff. And crowd control's a massive part of it. Crowd control's a massive part of it, and I feel like everywhere up until this point of the game, we've managed to find all the little cheeky shortcuts. And some of them aren't really like cheeky. But it's enough to, you know, it's enough to bust some cheeks. And I feel like when it comes like the Inner Landmine Plus route, like I don't feel like obviously we have to go deep into it to get something out of it, but I feel like there's a poor man's version of like almost every version of a build that I've done in this game is like the poorest man's version of it. And I feel like we could do a poor man version of Inner Landmine Plus. Like just trying to cut as many corners as we can. Now, will it be as effective as the non-poor man version? No, boys. We know this. But I feel like I could probably cook up something that's super cheap, and then hopefully it gives a few corners for people to cut themselves if they ever get to that point. But I'm kind of waiting for what the core and what the cannon banner is. But definitely crowd control's like a massive thing on my mind. But if they're not going to do any reworks to modules, which I suppose caught me off guard a little bit, and just straight out introduce new modules, I do feel like if they're introducing a new module, because Harmony Conductor is an existing one, if they add some sort of rework to it, that's kind of where my thoughts were leaning towards, like, to just give a little bit more oomph to Poison Swamp Plus. But if they're introducing a whole new core, I have a feeling that it's to do with smart missiles. If they're introducing like a whole new cannon, I'm not sure. Like things like Shrink Ray, like fully caught me off guard, because it's like, well, what the hell is an enemy mass? And who's caring about that? But then you get like an amp strike, and then you're like, dun 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 dun. So I'm not, yeah. Well, I mean, we got the first impression of what the armor is. And to me, like, the armor sounds like, well, I mean, it's hard to tell what it fucking sounds like, to be honest. But, like, I'm thinking, like, the first thing where my mind went to was this interaction with the Extra Orb Mastery. And then I was like, damn, man, if this thing can just sit there, like, just busting off shots and tagging everything, like, surely that's got to be good. Like, how could it not be good? I'm wondering, like, what sort of, like, orb hit rate are we going to get with something like that? Or does it shoot slow? Does it shoot at the orb speed? Is it, like, you know, there's kind of, like, too many questions. Is it going to be absolutely broken, and then we get to have fun with it for 2 weeks, and then it gets nerfed into the ground, and then the same people cry because, you know, they spent $900 on gem packs to max it, and then obviously it was going to get reworked. There's probably just too many questions about it. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like crowd control's a big one. And effective damage. Just crowd control and effective damage. And probably a hell of a lot of EHP. I know, boys, wash your mouth out with soap. But I think just all of the stats in general are like just something that my account probably needs. Just all the base stats just up. If I can, I'm personally going to get the gem cap cancelled. The gem... Boys, the gem cap. What is that? Boys, the gem cap. What the fuck is that? I read that and I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? A gem cap. Boys, I'm sure... Well, actually, I've got to think about like tournaments, rewards and stuff like that. But boys, gem cap. And they're blaming auto clickers. Boys, what makes me think is like, if they're blaming gem cap on auto clickers, or something about a disparity between us warlords that play the game 24/7 and the mouse cocks that don't play it 24/7, boys, makes me think, do they even have a way that they can track the gem clickers? Because this is a odd, if you could track the way that the gem clicker, or whatever those things are that people use to get gems, then you would just ban those accounts, and then you wouldn't do a sweeping change for the whole community to eat shit. I don't know, man. I like read that and I was like, what is this? What is this, boys? And then changing all the gem rewards, and then obviously there's like big money in gems. But the thing is like, there's probably massive money in gems, but from the smallest minority in the game's population. But those ones there will be tipping the scales. Probably enough to keep, you know, to keep a few employees paid for the year. So, I mean, from a game perspective, it probably makes sense. like it's a massive earner for the game. Maybe. If it wasn't a massive earner for the game, they wouldn't be giving a shit. And they wouldn't be changing anything related to it. It'd just be, it is what it is. Like, it's already painful enough clicking the gems. But boys, that absolutely rolled me wearing that. Because I'm using LD Cloud at the moment, and it's Singapore server, but definitely not as clear as the one that you got on right now. Yeah, dude, on my phone, it's way clearer. If that means anything. Graham, what's good? In all seriousness, stopping the gems from dropping. Dude, Taylor, the first thing that I thought was like, when they did the gem cap, was like the first thing that I thought in my head was like, okay, they're going to do a gem cap, but then they're going to have a feature in the vault which auto collects gems. Because surely that's the compensation for, or compensation, probably not the right word. That's the counter. We're going to give you a less overall, but for a purchase of 150 keys, you don't even have to touch it. Something like that. But man, I cracked up on that one. I was like, oh, who's abusing the gems? Somebody's abusing the gems. I hope they make that change, and then I hope they up the price of gems. I consider it a buff. I have the 25 stacking gems. I get about 300 a day, so I'm all for it. What's the cap? 360. I can't even math that out. What do we get? 300 divided by 5 is 60 times. Damn, you're clicking that shit. Oh no, you can't. You got the stacker. 60. What did you say? 25 gem stacker divided by 25. I don't even know why I was working that out. 25 is what? Every hour and a half? Is it 15 minutes? I track my runs to get an average too. I'm averaging about 500 a day. Whoa. 500 gems a day. Sometimes 575. Taylor, you are a game freak. I'm up 24 hours. Oh, yeah. I can see how you can easily hit your gems if you're buy PC a lot. Like, I'm buy PC a lot. But fuck, honestly, sometimes I just can't be asked. But saying it's more fair for people that aren't technically farming gems, but I also see FUD wants gems more scarce for people to buy gems. Kinda where I'm leaning to, Zorg. But yeah, this kind of stuff about being fair to people, boys. I don't know what state. I don't know what in the wokeness of fairness. Boys, I don't know about this fair stuff, eh? Like, since we know. Boys. Oh, we're gonna worry about. In fairness for people who don't play the game 24/7. Boys, if you don't play the game 24/7, you got a cock like a mouse. Call you a mouse cock. The game has to be played 24/7. It has to. It is designed that way. It is absolutely designed that way. If I don't understand their motivation for the gem limit correctly, they don't want people to feel forced to mess up their sleep to collect gems. That's the best part. Instead of creating crackheads, you're creating gem heads. I mean, to say we could have been auto-clicking all along. Wow, fuck. That's how I read it. A sweeping change for everybody. What up, Clouded saying? What's good? What's good? Bannable but never hurt anybody. Yeah, I mean, I just found it was an odd change. I kind of like, I'm super easy going. Like, I don't get my knickers in a twist about anything to do with this game. Like, I don't get my knickers in a twist at all. I just found it was just a little bit odd. It was like, hey, why are they changing all the gems? It must be like to sell more packs because they must be making like a good chunk of quid. Like it is the slot machine of the game, eh? Gems. There are 25 gems available per hour. What? So is it less than 15 minutes? We should be rewarding 24/7 players, boys. We're like that. We're like the fiends, eh? We're like the fiends. I remember probably one of my like. There's a bunch of proud moments in this game. Like there's a bunch of highlights and there's a bunch of like proud moments and accomplishments. And I would say one of the best feelings out of like all the many best feelings that I've had since I was a little girl. One of the best feelings I had was when I started my overnight run. It was like late at night, like 11:30, whatever. I started my overnight run and I got up to get ready for work and it was still going. And it was like, it felt like such an accomplishment that I can now have the game running 24/7. Because up to that point, I'd wake up and it had died somewhere in the night. And it felt like such an accomplishment. And I was just like, wow, we did it, boys. We did it. We're officially signed off as a psycho. We are a psycho. Our tower never dies. It runs forever. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go. It's one of the best feelings. Oh, it's a gem every 12 minutes. I knew it. Boys, I've been saying it for a while. Is it 12 or 15? I knew it wasn't like 15 or something else. Gem is the only currency that people can whale unlimited. Yeah, it's 100% the slot machine currency. Only FUDs, what's up? Gem nerf sucks. Even Uncle Fuds himself says it. Boys, we need to get... Boys, this is going to... I actually have an interesting thing that I want to look at in this tourney. So this tourney here, my little muckles, this tourney here, because we got the change coming up. Now the change in particular is not bug fixes. I'm always super interested in the bug fixes, and I never used to really take interest in them, but I kind of do, like where it's like you notice some funky shit and you're like, is that supposed to be like that? But one thing that I'm super interested in is the tournament changes with the change around the fleets. And because I have noticed with my account in particular, we can get a state where we can get a mob, we can get a fleet hang around for a wee bit for us, boys. And what I was interested in is actually just looking at how long they hang around for and how that's going to affect the wave count, because it sounds like the wave pauses. And I'm just genuinely interested in that. So for this one, I am going to put Wave Accelerator on. I'm going to try it with this off. And I'm going to try Wave Accelerator on. Because we're going to try something this run. Something I've been building in the background. Now, is it going to pay off or not? Don't know. I mean, do we just roll with a death penalty? Sometimes I always feel like AD does better. But boys, you're going to have to... let me know if this is a bad take. And we're going to put this one over here. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to pray that Pulsar Harvester's got us. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. And we're going to do our shockwave, but we're not going to do our range. And we're going to test this for the first run. So, without further ado, my boys, orb resistance, storm resistance, knockback, plasma cannon. Yeah. What do our stats look like over here? We're going to struggle a bit here, boys, because the MVN's not polished. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to change bots. That's alright, we'll just roll with this. Intro sprint to infinity. Let's turn CF on. Let's turn the toggle on for black hole. And then we have to turn, is it Deathwave off? We'll leave Deathwave on, and we'll leave GT on, and we'll clock up some cash. Huh. No, actually, no, I think this should be right. So we just leave it all on, and then we will give it a tweak. So we got enough coverage now in case a protector pulls in a ranged. That's always been a problem. We need a shockwave higher. This is a fucking big shockwave. Who cares? Big shockwave, boys. We're probably wise to move our orbs somewhere. I don't know. Probably where the boss goes. But we'll roll like this for a bit. We'll try to earn up some cash. And then from there, we'll trade. Is that big enough? Oh, did I make it too big? Oh no, there's a little gap. There's a little thigh gap, boys. So like, if I do this, I should be able to turn off GT. And then I think I might have to turn off Deathwave. Let's wait for it to do a cycle. So, yep, so if I turn off Deathwave, now let's see what black hole is. Damn it, still short. How is that still short? It should be 50 seconds minus the 10 seconds. Did I fudge that up? Minus the 10 seconds. 50 seconds minus the 10 seconds. Is that right? Oh no. What is going on, boys? Did we not math something correctly? Oh no, it's perma. There we go, boys. It's perma. So I need to use G-comp. I'll need to use G-comp. Let's get some health. Let's continue getting some health, and then let's get some coins up, and then we turn everything off. Because I need this health bonus. Let's just keep an eye on that. Fuck, it's not even moving. What the fuck? Did I turn it back on? Fucking hell, come on. Because I just don't have enough quant. We'll try to keep it on as long as we can. We're going to need that, boys. We're going to need that. This whole patch is to help noobs. It's the most fair FUDs has been. This tourney, you just want to get Perma Black Hole if you can. Perma Black Hole is nice to have. Not even running project funding this tourney. Greenie was right. You just need CC and percentage based damage, nothing else. Yeah, that's definitely like something that they have to change. Like, otherwise it just, wow. I mean, that's kind of how I feel. Like, if everybody can just go with some sort of percentage build, it's just like, bleh. It'll make like all the builds too samey. Boys, we're gonna get Guardian presets. How good? How good? Have you tried Pulsar Harvester main with AD cannon assist? I normally run AD as assist. I normally seem to find it better than I do with death penalty for some reason, but I think maybe it's better once everything's kind of ancestral in your slots, but I never really have had success with death penalty. That's clever clouded. I never thought of that. Gotta go see a PJ. In and out. PJ, my man. In and out like a robbery. So we're gonna lose like a butt ton of damage. And I don't have kind of the right sort of substats that we should be after. But hold on, I'm gonna tell this dog to shut up. Yeah, we don't quite have the right like it's not quite there, and we're definitely gonna lose a lot of damage. But I'm hoping we're gonna make up with it with having OA on to just even at this range. Like having OA doing a little bit of something for us. Yeah, we'll just see where this goes, boys. We'll just see where this goes. We also don't have amp bot on, so I'm gonna boost through this. Oh boys, what about we get Infinity Intro Sprint even without the card? Boys, that's what they should have did from the start, boys. Well, not from the start, but like, you know, instead of some of the other changes that they introduced. Yeah, man. W change, boys. You forgot to switch bots. I know. I'm not gonna lie. I like yawning 100 times. And boys, I'm the most tired cunt. You guys know. Honestly, I'm such a tired cunt. But I try my hardest not to yawn on stream, and I started this one, and in the first 20 minutes I yawned like 44,000 times, and I'm like, oh no, not starting, because once you start yawning, boys, it's game over. Like before stream I was like even doing this one in bed. You know when you do this one, boys, and all you dads know this one, and you're like that, and you're like AD cannon is used for more bounce shots, not death penalty. Yeah, 100%. 100%. How good are the patch notes? Dude, honestly, boys, I'm stoked with. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked, man. I'm so hyped. All the other carry on. Because we don't necessarily have any new content, but I feel like what this patch will do is kind of give everybody a nudge in the right direction, I'm assuming, to get further sort of thing. And to me, like, moving up in tiers that I farm is like the goal for me. It's like moving up in tiers, and like if that can grow, accelerate, whatever, get a leg up, get a hand up, to me that's all super welcomed. And I feel like this is kind of one of those patches for it. So some stage around here, let's actually check out Deathwave. It's getting close to max. I just need to get a little bit more on this. Damn, how many Deathwave quants do we have? This is taking hella long. 4 every minute. What in tarnations? Oh, it's taking so long. I think I've got it maxed at 10x. Which actually reminds me, I should probably max that lab. What up, Clouded? Just got home from work. What's your overall thoughts on version 29? Dude, I'm stoked, bro. I'm stoked. I'm super easygoing. Like, I try my hardest to see things from, like, a dev perspective and not so, like, insular to my own feels. And I do, like, honestly, like, I'll talk shit, I'll critique, all that. Like, we were just making fun of the changes to gems. I'll talk shit about everything. But I do genuinely try to see things from that direction. And I think that's probably from, like, playing other games that have, like, servers have died, the game has died, the game has gone into a bad state. Like, all these, like, other previous games that I've played that, like, I suppose it's, like, my way of just preventing myself from getting butthurt over shit, because I did get butthurt over a bunch of previous games that I played. And then with this one, like, I try to just kick back and take everything for how it is. But I'm stoked with the overall, man. Like, all the nice to have sort of stuff. It's all GGs. It's all GGs, man. So we'll turn this off and we'll go perma. And then I am gonna put my toggle on for poison swap, because I am genuinely interested in how she rolls. So the big problem we're going to face is probably Protector, Fleet, Boss, closest. So we're just gonna roll like that. And we're just gonna kick back, boys. But yeah, I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. Global preset's gonna be huge, dude. Hell yeah, man. Just little stuff like that, and then this is the initial patch that we get, and we know in true Tech Tree Games fashion, there'll be a number of other little small patches and stuff that come through, and some of the patches in typical TTG fashion aren't so small, and they label it as a small. So I think if this is what we're getting, like, from day dot, and this is what we waited, like, especially with changes to tournaments, like significant changes, and this is what we waited quite a bit of time to get, dude, a whole new league. And to me it makes sense that of course they were going to rework rebalance the award structure, because, like, you know, if first place gives you 400 and something stones or whatever it is, like, of course they're not going to, like, continue to scale that. Like, come on, guys. Like, they can't leave it the same. They have to tune everything down in order to make, like, because maybe first place in Mythic League is like 650. You know what I mean? So they dial back the Legends one, like, you know, you guys know this sort of stuff. Whoa, what was that? What was that, boys? So this is if you've missed the first part of the stream, this is the first, what do we call it? This is the first thingy-mabob. This is the first stream that we're doing running UG phone. Because the last time we did it, we failed miserably. But this is the first time we're running UG phone, and then we're kind of testing how it kind of goes. It's going okay so far, boys. It's going okay so far. Rest in peace, high legend EHP players getting hard capped in the tourneys. Yeah, I think the whole thing with having a bunch of fleets hanging around you and the wave not moving. Yeah, you kind of want to be in a position where you can just kill the bloody things fast. So this is what I was talking about earlier. So this commander's sat there. He may have only sat there for one wave, but we're only at wave 1230. So it's once we get to like wave like 1500, 1600, that sort of thing, that's where I'm kind of interested in how long these fleets are hanging around, because I'm going to be affected by that change too. So we'll judge it on the next fleet. Alright, we are getting no death defies, boys. To be fair, it was the overcharge that stripped us of them. Alright, I'm going to move the orbs. This next boss, we're going to push them out. I feel like it's 73, where we're still going to... Boom. That's a bit better, boys. Is he getting hit by the orbs? Or is that too close? Let's check on this next boss. Boom. Yeah, he's getting fucking tagged. He's getting fucking us. Oh no. The Sab, what did you take? Chain lightning. Get off me. Bro, he just robbed me. That poison swamp. Alright, that's demon. But unlucky with that Sab. Just couldn't get him fast enough with no chain lightning. He was alive for so long, so all of those waves, like those 5 waves, we would have been stuck at those 5 waves. So this guy came in at like what, 1405? Let's see how long he's alive for. Alright, that was a wave skip. So there's a wave, do we counter wave skip or do we just not? So there's like, there was a few waves there, 5 or 6 or something like that. They really were vague, either intentionally or to change things, or unintentionally because of the bunch of catch-22s with the new Vault and presets. GemCap kind of left a smelly pile in the mix though. I wonder if the orb bullets follow attack speed. I was thinking that, and then I thought maybe the orb bullets follow orb speed. So that if that does become like a meta thing, it doesn't become, orb speed doesn't become redundant and still becomes like a sought after relic or something like that. Expiry, what's good? Finally a sales card, dude. Mint Chicken Joe, I'm so stoked with a sales card. I was just crying in my last video that I couldn't get had all my labs at 6x. I'm so excited for a sales card, man. I think for the longest time we've suspected that at some stage a sales card was going to come. Yeah, man, I'm stoked. So many people are going to be stoked too. It's like a really good one too for early people in the game. Like just to really get those base labs up so they can experience like the higher tiers and that. Like it's one of those things that we're all going to have it. So it's not like You know, like all these presets, all these bot presets, workshop presets, like we're all gonna get a nice power jump, but we're all gonna get a nice power jump. So there's gonna be like nothing super unique. Blue Man, thanks for the sub, absolute legend. So it's like kind of one of those things where we all get a piece of it. So no one's like, so it's not gonna be, we're all gonna get a power spike, but it's all gonna be kind of like null and void. If it comes to like tournaments performance and that, the people that'll benefit from the presets and that are people with high lifetime coins that build a real strong econ build, and then they can capitalize on moving those coins around. And then also like for the bots, like people that have been playing for a long time or bought like a bunch of the battle passes for a very long time, they're definitely going to benefit from it. Free-to-play players got nerfed, more with the gem cap. Gem cap is to sell more gem packs. That's how I feel too. It's going to be hard with all the rotating relics. Oh yeah, dude, that's always a thing. I always cringe when like a relic rolls around where it's like, oh yay, I get a relic that I'm missing, and at the same time I'm like, no, I just want to gamba for modules. Oh, I gotta tell the dog to shut up before she bites the other dog. Where is it? You'd only hit the new gem cap if you're clicking gems for over 14 hours a day. Holy moly. Any less, it's a buff. Blue Man, after update, it's 10 hours of clicking to hit the cap. I finally decided it's time to drop stones on Nuke Mastery. At the same time as another vault card slot to fit it in. At only level 3, I gained 500 maximum waves and 1,000 average waves on tier 18. Holy crap. I think Greeny may record the 20 run with the trick. Richard, what's good? Hey, Cloud, good luck with the 20. Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro. It's not even the power jump, just how much this patch shake things up will be dope. 100%. I think, yeah, that's the big thing with this patch. It's just like getting some substantial movement. And like, just like my big thing is like a whole bunch of people getting access to auto restart. That in the current settings, who knows how long it would have taken. But I definitely recommend to people that if you are like floating around like champs and all that sort of stuff, you should definitely be trying to push to get to Legends to Keys. Ride the wave of all the movement of players. Just like ride the movement. Ride the wave, boys. Ride the wave. Let everybody move around. Let everybody settle in. Find your home. Yeah, man. Ride the wave, dudes. My Acon's going to explode with the presets. Let's go, big guy. Hello, Noob here. Which is better, Amplifying Strike or Death Penalty? I go with Amp Strike. It depends at which stage of the game you're in. I think if you've invested a bit into damage, it can really make Amp Strike shine. If you've kind of like at a stage in the game where you've for the most part ignored damage, then I kind of like, I think about all the multipliers in the game of like 1,000 times nothing, still nothing. So until you get something, that's when you can benefit from the multipliers and that. But like for the most part, like a lot of people will roll with Amp Strike. Under 30 billion coins, you're probably going to find that death penalty is better. Now, I'm only talking in the context of tournament. If we're talking farm, then just put any cannon on except for death penalty. If we're talking farm, if you're talking 30 billion lifetime coins, Nah, man, we've all been there, dude. We've all been there. I was stoked when I seen my first billion. I was stoked when I saw my first 100 billion. Bro, before you know it, you're going to be at a trillion. When I saw my first trillion, I thought I was the man. I was like, I'm the man. But like, yeah, if we're talking farming in there, I wouldn't put death penalty on. I think a majority of people, no matter what build, will agree with that. I've been thinking a lot about the gem thing. I'll lose some per day, but recently my gems went up mostly into rushing painfully long labs. But we'll get more cells, so I guess I'm okay. Sang says, Amp Strike is more consistent than death penalty, and the result is repeatable. It is good for a stable farm run. I see the early stage players get hit hard. The death penalty passive seems to not work at all when I'm trying to hit the tier 18 milestone. Changes to Amp Strike get better by the waves, but can't reach wave 300. Tier 18. Fuck, what helped me in tier 18? I'm trying to think what helped in tier 18. I think because you don't have assists for tier 18, I think it was just RNG. Oh, it was Chronofield. Yeah, man, Chronofield helped me for tier 18. Like every level I was getting in Chronofield, it was just I felt the impact of tier 18. Just getting enough time. I had 3 spotlights and just getting enough time to hold everything at bay, slowly crawling in, so the spotlight could go around and nuke it down. That's kind of what really helped me, and a hell of a lot of RNG. Like RNG around perks, RNG around fleets, all that sort of carry on, and a Death Defier, boys. Hey folks, glad I started moving towards Death Wave Plus build. Let's go. Shadow Saber in the house. Oh dude, Shadow, this is the first tourney I'm doing using UG phone to stream the tourney, and it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. I'm stoked. Shout out to you for reaching out to them. I'm sure most of you guys know, but if you don't know, go check out Shadow's channel. Trying to get the assist mods. Yeah, that's what helped me, was just the crowd control. And I think I did a bit of tweaking with the range and all that sort of stuff, but getting the crowd control so I could turn the black hole off and just rely on CF, that's personally what helped me get it. The fleet wave change is death for EHP. Yeah, I was actually, but it's not just EHP builds that are affected too. Like, we were just checking out some of these fleets on my screen, and some of them were hanging out for like 5 to 10 waves. So, I mean, even guys like me are going to get affected as well. Like, each time that fleet spawns and it just pauses the waves until you kill it. And if you get like an ugly battle condition, like let's say fast ultimate or range ultimate, and all that stuff keeps spawning until you get rid of that fleet, yeah, I'm like, that's the first thing I thought of when I seen it. I was like, damn, this is gonna affect me. The Death Wave sits on the tower range. I have fleets on the screen for 300 waves. I don't think I think if I had anything on the screen that long, it'll be game over for me. I'd get absolutely rinsed. You have to wait for the new mods before announcing EHP is dead. Not that I believed in EHP, but currently also attack distance is kind of impossible in the higher tiers. I always get super surprised with that, Richard. Like, when I look at stats like some of the guys with their attack dissonance, I always look at it like, how the hell do they get that high? Like, I get absolutely smashed on that one. Oh, the Ray's gonna get us. There it is, boys. So let's take it at that. 1500 waves with no bots. So let's see the difference in swapping bots. Not enough to put another level in. What's this? I hate this Death Ray mission. It's like rubbish. Alright, boys. Let's see what we can do with bots. So we'll turn the Golden Tail back on and the Death Wave. It will each time the damage wall spawns. The death wall? Or what's it called? Kill wall? One thing I think is cool about the Death Wave change, Death Wave Plus, is it changes the color of your kill wall or your Death Wave or something, eh? If only my ancestral death penalty could one-shot bosses on tier 18. That's the other thing, man. Is like, dude, going for that RNG. I personally went with Amp Strike. Yeah, I personally went with Amp Strike. Thanks for the info. I was talking to Shadow about the kill wall. So how often does the kill wall spawn? Is it like every 50 seconds? And then there's that amplifier lab, eh? Yeah, I like the color, but the constant, oh boys, one thing I always thought about is like the towel, if they sold us like skins. Like say even changing the color of your orbs, change the color of your black hole, change the color of all these sorts of things. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where we have a bunch of stuff turned off these days. So it's kind of like, because for the most part we have it turned off. But when you turn it on, like for the last video that I did, I turned like a bunch of the stuff on. And I just really enjoyed like kicking back and just watching it. What's up with these orbs? 73 I think we had it at, eh? I mean, I suppose I should spend some of these coins, eh? Because we're going to get presets anyway. That probably would have been a smart thing to do. I just need to save a bit. Enough for my module and enough for my next lab. Or maybe labs. No, it's just the one. Check it out, boys. A bit of a sneak peek. Spent our stones. And we're just going to keep an eye on our health. Get our health ticking up. In my tournament build every 14 seconds. Damn. How the hell do you get it going on for every 14 seconds? For the new armor mod, guess it won't be effective for the orb battle condition. Even though like we all get affected by the orb battle condition, it just changes orbs from being an insta-kill mechanic to a percentage based damage. So it is still useful. It is still useful. To get the Death Ray mission done, I farm with Death Ray in for crit chance. You'll have a very small, almost negligible coin per hour hit. Yeah, I think you're probably very similar to me, Taylor, where you've devoed off so much stuff, so everything comes to you with already a bunch of armor, that all you need to do is strip that armor, and then it can probably kill. Like, it won't necessarily kill stuff outside of Black Hole and that, because it's all armored up. When I get this Death Ray thing, I do a dissonance. Like I'll go do these defense dissonance like in these lower ones. Now with the Guardian preset, Scout's going to hurt our eyes without toggling it off. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, saying I know what you mean. I honestly, I do. I know what you mean. But I think the coloring of OA, the coloring of Bot, the coloring of the Spotlight missiles, I think it's like one of the best coloring in the game. And I do low-key enjoy the look of it. But I do know what you mean. I know what you mean. So 50 seconds for stones, minus 10 seconds for MVN, and then 2 ancestral substats. What's the substat? Deathwave cooldown? Oh, a core. So that's like substat efficiency? Holy hell, what's your substat efficiency at? We find very similar. I was asking for the landmine, the bot and Guardian, and then the enemies exploded. Bro, I reckon it was a really good update turning the visual effects off. Like, I'm sure a lot of us in the community agree. And I think that's like where there's the conflict of like the owner's vision that wants like a certain level of visual, what do they call it? Validity, or whatever the hell it's called. They want the game to look a certain way and be seen as a certain way. And I do understand why. I 100% understand why. And I'll give you an example. So this young fellow at work, and I showed him the tower, and he looked at it and he was like, oh yeah, buzzy. And I was like, hold on a minute. And I turned all the effects on, and then I showed him, and just seeing it all on, he was like, whoa. Straight away, and he downloaded the game. Like straight away just from seeing that. Like when I first showed him it, he's like, oh yeah, that's buzzy. But then when I turned everything on and he could see like the effects, he was like, whoa. Like it sold him straight away. Percentage based damage is a slippery slope. Any HP pretty much relies on it. Yeah, percentage based damages. I feel like it's such a dumb thing. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like percentage based damage is such a dumb thing. Because if they're gonna play a game like if the devs are gonna create the game like that, it's like, well, what's the point in investing in anything else? We might as well just find things that, like all things percentage, and just do nothing but CC and percentage based damage. And then that means like, well, what's the point in these other ultimate weapons? What's the point in a whole bunch of stuff if it just at a certain tier in farm or at a certain tournament it all becomes irrelevant and you just have to rely on percentage based? And what's the point of all the other crap that builds up to it? Might as well just not even have them in the game. I got to put a video out next couple weeks. Let's go, Taylor. Pushing for 100, but not quite there. The death, whoa, dude, bro, that's a massive milestone. That much in the substat efficiency. When I grow up, I definitely want to be somewhere even close to that. That's such a huge achievement in the game. You've been encouraging to get damage more, so I'm getting damage mastery after this tourney. It's definitely I feel like when you get the assist mods, getting single target damage makes it so much easier. But once the introduction of Amp Strike come into the game, it made going glass cannon super easy. Like, it made such an impact. And then on top of that, then you've got dissonance. So another layer of damage that a whole bunch of people... So say like, when I went to a full damage build, I got access to Amp Strike and damage masteries, which a whole bunch of people before me didn't. So I got like a massive jump up, made the buy-in so much easier. And then like, say for someone in your case, if you go for like a full damage build, you have access to all of that stuff, and on top of that, dissonance, the power you get from dissonance, so it makes it even more easier for you to convert. So we've just had a hell of a lot easier than a whole bunch of people that were before us. In the same way that like Sharp Fortitude and Prim C made doing some sort of hybrid or EHP build a lot easier than a bunch of people before those modules and stuff come out. So if there's a time to do it, you're definitely in the window. Now, whether you do it before or after you unlock assist mods, that's kind of up to you. Because I know it's probably more cost effective to do it the EHP route to unlock that. Like a whole bunch of regen, second wind mastery, all those sorts of things. But it depends if that's the kind of route that you're going to stick to. Which is probably, it will pay off for probably quite a bit of time. But I think it'll fall off once you get to fleets, and that's kind of what we're talking a little bit about in this chat. But it's probably a real cheap way to unlock it. But is that cheap? 1,000 stones? Like, to get that mastery? Like, it's probably a similar price to the cost of the masteries for the damage ones, if not less, because you're not going to try to stack so many of the damage ones. But I genuinely found that crowd control made more impact than... Because all I did was I just kept, to try to unlock it, I just kept adding more damage. And it was like giving me more waves. But it was actually the crowd control that made the bigger difference. That's what kind of solidified it for me. Like getting that time to apply the damage. Let's do this. I don't think that orb's in the right spot, boys. Visually, like, well, that one looks like it was. Where is it? Let's look on the next boss. Did he get DP'd? Oh, ultimate credit. Let's look at this. Is he just dying before the orbs are trimming him down? Where is it? Where is it? What's going on? Maybe they're just dying faster than I can check. It visually looks like the orbs are hitting it, but kind of hard to tell. Should I landmine damage too? Nah, I don't really think that's a thing. Yeah, I don't really think landmine damage is a thing. I think you'd be looking at your base damage things, crit factor, all that sort of stuff. But damage and CC, bro. Damage and CC. That's if that's the direction that you're gonna go, for sure. Like if that's the direction you intend on going, just increasing those more level skips as well. Like because that's still effective damage is your level skips. So you don't want to just tunnel vision in on them, but you also don't want to neglect them whatsoever. Like they're a pretty big impact. And then just relying on RNG from your intro sprint, because that should give you like good uptime. Like the other the other annoying thing like that I found with getting that tier 18 was Protector's Ultimate. Like I might get like a perfect run and I'm getting like, and everything's going good, and then like Protector comes in and it's like, ugh, and then it just pulls something into me which just strips everything. But there's like what, 3 fleets you have to contend with in that tier 18 one, and you're also relying on RNG around those 3 fleets. Percentage based damage is dumb, but sadly I saved up 4,500 stones for this patch. Nothing new, so I went Chain Lightning +8. Dude, that thing must be rippy. I'd love to have Chain Lightning Plus. I maxed Chain Lightning Plus before the other Ultimate Weapon Plus because the percentage based scales well. Dude, I'd love to have Chain Lightning Plus. Percentage damage is good in small bites, but in this game, it's OP. I just think it sets a bad... I don't know, man. It sets a slippery slope where it's like, just keep introducing more. And then at a certain point, you could probably shortcut a bunch of things by just going for that. And I mean, it's one of those things that if those are the tools that the game puts in there, then it's like you're dumb to not pick them up. Like if they put that in as the most effective tool to solve X problem, it's like, why wouldn't we pick it up? But then we all just become, I don't know. I'm interested in the changes of the Vault. I'm super interested in what they decide to do with that. She's stomping around the house. It makes Protector's Ultimate and Raise not a factor. Is it good for Range Ultimate as well? I can picture it being good for Range Ultimate. Oh, Death Defy boys. So we've already beat our previous wave by putting Antbot on. This is where we start losing all of our damage and EHP. Like, I run out of health really fast. And that's something that I definitely want to work on with these workshop presets. Like, my health gets way too low. Ah, he took Chain Lightning. Ha! We killed him with bullets. You need Deathwave to strip armored enemies. Yes, you need to go all in on it. I'm going to Chain Lightning +9 and Max Protector Health Lab. Bro, I honestly hate Protectors. Ever since like I started farming them into another Death Defy boys. Ever since I started like encountering them in farms, I absolutely hated them. They're just like such an ugly mechanic in the game. Oh, this Sab is... What is the Sab? Get off me. See, that's a classic example of what we were talking about before, with what it's going to be like for even a tower like mine with the changes to fleets. Oh, we might get a PB, boys. We might get a PB. My AHP build has made attack dissonance a breeze. What is your like tip for Shadow? What's your tip for like, say, tier 19 and tier 20 for the attack dissonance? Because it is an absolute struggle for me. Tier 18 is a struggle, but I'm trying to work towards tier 19, and probably something that works in tier 19 is probably going to work in tier 18. Now I have to change the whole planning I had to prioritize damage. I understand expiry. I fully understand where you're coming from, but honestly, dude, it's a big portion of the game. And just have fun with it, man. There's so many fun things about it. There's so many fun things about it. There's so many tools. There's so many things. Deathwave Plus is so good for the defense dissonance. Deathwave Plus. In addition to the structural changes, we have a lot of new content such as toggles, sliders, and a new feature called life-saving ordering. This is huge for Nuke Mastery. Life-saving ordering. Where's that part, dude? Honestly, I missed that part. Is that in the patch notes? Is that honestly in the patch notes? So we could put Nuke first? Dude, I completely missed that part. Not quite a PB, boys. Not quite a PB. Alright, boys. If you see somebody you know, give them a shout out. No name, nameless. Taylor's in the house. Bob Dubelina. Hit people. This game's... Oh, crack up the dog. Paulus. XL Gravy. That's our guy right there. Alright, how many campers? Alright, we definitely know Xenomorph. Wait, let's see what Xenomorph's competition is looking like. Xenomorph's got first. Lanthian. Okay. GG. Oh no. Guys, I know that guy. Guys, I know that guy. Dudes, he was the first. Papa Zerden is the first, like, tower person, like, I ever seen since I was a little guy. Papa Zerden in the house. Dude. Gotta tip our hat to the OG. Dude, he's so solid. Honestly, like, putting weekly updates out for as long as he has, dude, he's such a OG, man. Everybody knows Zerden. My only CC ultimate weapons, Black Hole. I have Poison Swamp and Chronofield. Oh yeah, so you don't have CF yet. Okay. I mean, the other thing you could try is like Prim C, a bunch of HP. What else? What else? Yeah, because I recently helped, well, didn't help, obviously he did it himself, but I pushed XL Daily to do it, and it was pretty much like, I think it was a lot easier for him than the position that you're potentially in, because he went like a full damage. Basically got to two 12-hour runs, and this is kind of how I encourage people to play. It's like the most min-maxy cost-effective way to play is go to the point where you're 2 12-hour runs in tier 11, and from that point onwards start investing in damage and break into tier 12 and tier 13 with just raw damage. And it's been that way for such a long time in the game. And then once that conversion takes over, so you become like, you still farm EHP, but you're like putting damage in for tournaments and stuff like that, and then it just, the scale eventually tips. So it put him in probably like a much more of an advantage than where you are, because like all the base labs are up, you know, he's like picking up masteries, all that sort of thing. So it's like, it's much more of a natural progression. But like on your end of the fence, there's probably something cheaper we could do aside from spending thousands of stones on masteries, as kind of like I don't know, like, do we call it a catch up? I'm not really too sure. Like, I'm not sure the best way to kind of phrase it. Like, I wouldn't sit there and say like, what helped me to do it is getting CF, and it's like, okay, so get CF, and then we've got to spend thousands of stones to get it. You know, there's not really, there's got to be a cheaper way than doing something like that. That's kind of, I suppose, what I'm trying to say. But it kind of depends on where your other stuff is. Shadow says, I'm going to go full damage now. Should see some good progress once my damage catches up. 100%, 100%. Range and fast will lose 60% of their health, 12% health from labs, potential 72%. Holy moly. I'm not that far from disco and fleets. Fleets are still the issue, just figuring it out. Yoink glass cannon a year ago. I actually earned my first keys as glass cannon back in when Legends was tier 14, but I didn't like depending on so much RNG. Hopefully now I just enjoy it more. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know where you're coming from, dude. I know where you're coming from. Alright, we want to turn everything back on. The only thing I can think of is swapping OA and just going stuns. Yes, that's in the patch notes, the harmony paragraph. Bro, that's what I mean. Like, I read the patch notes, but I've like 4 or 5 times, but I've like skimmed read it 4 or 5 times, not actually deep dived into it. Big Zeridan in the bracket. Everyone should change their IGN to FUDs. Everyone change it to fucking gems. 6,700, never seen you save that much. I'm proud of you, dude. Honestly, and in saying that, I've been spending them too. Kind of like this. I just been doing like random ones like this. And it's just like, oh well. Not like hard out. Just like, kind of like a, see what we get. See if we get a project funding. Maybe this banner will get a project funding. We did put up a poll. And everyone said like there's probably like a 60% chance. So we might actually get a project funding. And I mainly just want it because I want the ancestral rolls. Oh, check it out, boys. Shadow City's got a giveaway coming up. So again, boys, go pop over to his channel and go show him some love. Sang says he's maxed out all the packs. Oh, bro, that's why he's my guy. That's my guy right there. Dude, that's why you're my guy. Hell yeah. Krintos, what up, dude? Good luck with your tourney, cheers, bro. Sub super tail nerd. So first one was pretty rubbish. Second one's not bad, boys. What did we change? Death penalty. What I probably should have done is I probably should have changed my armors. But we'll just see how this rolls. Boys. It definitely seems like I'm gonna go a bit higher shockwave just to try to get some tags off on the bosses. Do we got 80 meters? Is that too far out? But you know what I should have done, boys? I should have actually just read it properly. Let's put it like this. Whoa, what is going on there? Shrink this down. Let's put this over here. Is that it just there? That don't we get a new Guardian? Whoa, why is the screen going white? What the hell's going on there, boys? It did not like that. Okay, change of plans. Didn't like that. Few messages. I like it, boys. You know what I like? That every time Cousin Sam puts up something in the Discord and then she says there's a few messages and then it's like capital letters for the Neanderthals and the knee-jerk reaction people. It's always like, read them all. Bro, isn't she the GOAT? So presets we already know about. Now I'm super interested in the Guardian presets, the level 5. Because even though the cost is cheap, 35 trill, in my mind, I think of like the War Labs and how those were around in those trillions, but they were quite long. Or Shatter Shards. Wasn't Shatter Shards in the trillions? But it was quite a long one. So I'm kind of like, hopefully it's not a long one, and then we have to gem rush it. And then there's a banner, and we don't want to spend gems, and like, oh, boys. Because card presets is the first one, so there would be level 2 for the workshop presets, level 3 for the bot presets, level 4 for the module presets, and then level 5 for the Guardian presets. So there's 4 potential things we're probably going to want a gem rush. So it's like one of those things where we really don't want to be spending gems, and those of us in the community that are more patient than others that have a lovely hoard of gems their butts won't be puckering up like this, like what mine is. Oh boys, I'm doing that again. I'm skim reading. Module slot adjustments. So they're talking about leveling up the slots, but not leveling up the modules. The only thing that I can think of is like, let's say this for example, if this is leveled up to 200, do I still get to equip it and it just leaves the other spots blank? I hope it's like that, just for like ease of use. I hope that's like the way it kind of rolls. But I suppose it's one of those things where we're just going to have to see. Global presets, I'm pretty sure everybody's happy about this one. The ability to just be able to, you know, almost like swap archetypes in a game. Looking ahead, they are looking at functionality to pause in the tier run and enter in a tournament. Very welcome changed. People would have to be crazy in order to think that there's something wrong with that. I'm gem rushing all of those labs. 32,000 save. Nothing stopping me, bro. My guy is absolutely waiting for this. Laying in bed, can't sleep. Done typing. Hello, everyone. I only have 1623, but that won't stop me. That's it. Stalker Soul, can you please let me know when I can use the lock to lock the range to minimum? So you can lock the range to minimum. So you, first of all, you have to you'll have to respec your workshop and take everything you have out of the range. So this sits at 30 meters, and then you'll need at least all your cards at max, so the purple stars at max, and then you'll need to spend the, I don't know, 500 or 700 stones, whatever it costs for the free ups, and at unlock of the free ups it'll give you 1 lock for free. So currently I've got 7. You don't need 7. Ideally you could have like the unlock plus 2 levels or something like that to lock Shockwave and, you know, some other things like that. But kind of like, I bought this and I respec'd my workshop and I pulled coins out of my workshop and then got myself like another 2 or 3 locks on top. But when you purchase this with stones, you get 1 for free. And then you use that 1 lock that you have for free and you lock the range. Now this is assuming that you're not using BHD. Because if you look at the effect of BHD, free upgrades cannot increase your tower's range. So I'm assuming that you're not using this if you're looking for the lock method. And you're probably using something like Galaxy Compressor. So if you're using a Galaxy Compressor build, that's the super easy way of doing it, big guy. And this thing here, this card here, because you've got other econ cards, like this should be priority and getting some levels in this. But from an econ standpoint, I put free ups above every other econ mastery, because if I take these 7 locks off, it will be far more detrimental than if I didn't have this econ mastery, or what's the other ones, or enemy balance, or all these other ones. Like nothing will affect my econ as much as losing these 7 locks. So I rank it highly. Now a bunch of people don't, but it's all very build dependent. So for the current settings that I have, or my kind of build, etc., it'll just absolutely tank my run if I lose those locks. Dizzy with the super chat. Mr. Project Rend himself's in the house. What up, big guy? It's a shame it doesn't show up on my chat in the OBS. Let's pull it up on YouTube. My man Dizzy. Bartender 50 Mobos, please, boys. You wouldn't believe it, but it's actually Mrs. Clouded's birthday today. Babe, the boys want 50 Mobos from the birthday girl. She says she can't, it's her birthday. Does that mean that I have to... She says she can't do chores on her birthday, boys. Good thing I spent on an extra card slot for sales, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait, honestly. I'm so, like, pumped for that card. Well done, XL Daily. XL Daily's in a bracket. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Those are good waves too, G. Straight up. For Protector's Ultimate, there's some good waves, big guy. And keep pushing for Tawny, because once everybody starts moving out, you want to push for keys as fast as possible and staying in Legends. And you're right on the doorstep. I might gem rush Workshop only and the bot presets, but I can live without the last two. I think it's one of those ones too, JR. I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm really like tunneled in on the changes, that especially the new module for core. I'm super tunneled in on what that is. And that can like super shift up the game. I need to use my ultimate weapon credit card. I can beat big dog players, so I can play this game to hoard the new version. It's the most joy I get out of this game. It's a smart way to play. Folks on YouTube, don't forget to like. There's only 5 year guys. There you guys go. You heard it from Shadow. Go check us a like. But I swear half of us don't sleep that play this game. Whitey, it's exactly like JR said in the video that we made. Like, boys, there's something wrong with Tau players. And I mean that in the most lovely way possible. But there's a little something wrong with all of us. We're all a little unhinged, boys. Hey, where did my black hole go? The only thing I can think of is chucking in Space Displacer. That's pretty much all I've got, boys. Outside of that, I don't really know. Happy birthday, Mrs. Clouded, the boys reckon. I'm hoping for a Deathwave core. Yeah, somebody was talking about that earlier, about what are we missing from the cores. And there's, I mean, like, boys, they're not going to do something for GT. That's probably like a bit of a obvi. Well, I wouldn't think so. So the ones left are Spotlight and Deathwave. Everything else is covered. Like, and even in the landmine's covered twice with the armor as well. What a birthday treat, patch notes. Maybe that's the present we give Mumsy, eh? We sit her down and we read her patch notes for the game. Hey. I'm going to grab Legion Bracken in 5 minutes. Hoping for a nice 1 year, dude. Good luck, man. Good luck. Oh, this is probably a heads up, boys. For you guys in here. So the stream time will be changing soon because daylight savings changes in my country. So I'll be streaming at the same time for me. But for everybody else that normally tunes in and that, it'll actually be an hour earlier than when we normally stream. So just a heads up, guys. If you guys like go to jump in and then you're like, hey, streamed early today, that's why. But I probably will put out a note or something earlier. Because yeah, it's the weather's super bipolar here. It's like it's been cold the last couple of days and every now and then it's hot. Like we're coming into that spring weather here. GT's going to be the gen mod instead of the core. Oh yeah, we'll have a different generator too. Boys, do you think something's going to take the throne of Singularity Harness? Singularity Harness pretty good, man. pretty good, boys. Like the fact that it pumps up your bots, and version 28 is the version of bots. Like hell, it made it just in the landmines was always strong, and it just made it so much more stronger. Holy, we are struggling here. I didn't think we were going to make that for a sec. Right, let's see what the Sab takes. Smart missiles. Okay. Not too bad, boys. Not too bad. Imagine a GT mod. That would be insane. I would love to see something compete with BHD. Yeah, man. Imagine something that can like dethrone BHD. Or you can put BHD as assist. Actually, to be fair, like, I suppose a good way to think about it is at some stage we're going to have the grades all ancestrals for assist mods anyway. So something that can compete with that, or something that can compete with Amp Strike would be nice. Happy birthday. Don't want to read that one out. These kids are GT engine mod becomes the cell booster. I can't get rid of Singularity Harness. I really need those big bots. Yeah, yeah, version 28, the patch of the bots, boys. Revenge of the bots. Looking forward to that cell card, dude. I'm so hyped for that cell card, man. Like, so many people have been speculating about a cell card for so long. Boom, Death to Fire. Let's go. Oh no. Oh, we got him. Lucky. Thought we were going to lose it there for a sec. Beta tester leaks implicates a smart missile core mod. Boys, I would love a smart missile tower. I would love it so much, purely just based on the looks of Smart Missile. I think Smart Missile's like looks so good. Honestly, I'd love it so much if there was a change to Smart Missiles. Just make it so it's not a meme, eh, boys? Like, there's no way that like there should be anything in here that's a meme. Like any of the ultimate weapons, like Black Hole Plus, rework that, make it so it's not a meme. You give her Mobos on this day? I hope so, boys. He's focused. JP, my guy. Bro, how you been, big dog? Bro, what's good? What's good? Thanks for stopping in, man. Boys, JP's my guy. Honestly, like when I first downloaded the tower, and like I was watching Zerdan, Greenie Crowbar, Lycona the Chi-Chi, JP, and J Plays, and like it just honestly fascinated me, the way that they all played the game and the way that they all theory crafted everything. And it sounds super cheesy, but it was super inspiring because they were ahead of me, but not so far ahead, if that makes sense. Like, they were ahead of me where I could see what was up and coming, and like they were really good at sharing their experiences, like through changes they were making to their build and stuff like that. And like, man, I never missed a beat on any of the episodes. Dude, honestly, JP, when I found your channel, and you were so many episodes in, I went right back to the start, to your first episode, and I watched every single episode like it was Bible. And that was my new Bible. And then what I did is like when I was getting to like tier 10 and tier 11 and these sorts of things, I was like looking at your build and I was looking at my stats, and then I was like, okay, I could tweak it this way. And then each like time you're putting up a new upload, I could see like the effect and stuff that it was having on your build. And yeah, man, crazy. JP, my guy right there. I'm hyped for the cell card too. Tier 11 is rough for cells. Yeah, there is a like, I think is it tier 11 where you first get, what's the tier where you first get everything at 4x? Is it like tier 10 or tier 11? Somewhere around there. You're like smart missiles like Ryan. Little sperm babies and people are different. Is it something in the southern hemisphere, bro? Bro, you crack me up. Glad to see I'm not the only one awake. Jens, my guy. Good luck, bro. No keys for me today. Jens, bro, honestly, you are poised in the right position in the game that once this version 29 comes out, you can just put your hands like this and just kick back, my guy. Dude, you're going to be sailing through keys. There's going to be so many, like, it won't even be a thing anymore. Like, give it a week or two and give like a chance for everything to kind of move around, and then once it does, bro, you're going to be loving it, man. You're going to get all those nice juicy toys in the vault. Dude, you're going to be loving it. And we all get to experience a new vault together. That's dope, man. That's dope. Touring right now, 2nd place. Bet you can't sleep since J Plays disappears. Understandable. Dude. Bro, you know it's the funniest one, bro? Like, bro, this was so funny, G. Like, I fucking cracked up, bro. I cracked up because, like, when you kind of, like, talk to enough people and, you know, whatever, you kind of get a feel of people's sense of humor and what people are like in that. And, like, J Plays did a live. RIP J Plays, bro. 100% J Plays. We're gonna find that shark that ate you, bro. We're gonna fuck that shark up. I told you, bro, you can't swim. Why'd you jump in the ocean? Shouldn't be doing that sort of shit. But boys, he did a live stream, and it's like one of my funniest memories of J Plays. And he like jumped in the live stream, and someone grabbed his player ID, and then they like cracked the dono on him, and then he like paused and kind of froze, and he was like, nah, don't do that, like, I don't need it, like, it's all good. And then I'm sure someone like hit it up again and was like, kept buying his stone packs in there, and then, like, you know, everyone's like, wow, oh my god, like, you know what it's like, boys. Like, boys, you've been in this stream multiple times and it's happened to me, and, like, you know, it makes you like fizz out. And it was like happening to him, and everyone's like, wow, like, thank you, Mr. Anonymous, you know, this is great, awesome, you know, people are like, all these like comments. And he kind of goes quiet, and then JP's like, huh, he's gonna cry, like, and like, bro, I fucking rolled, bro, like, ha, this guy's gay, he's gonna cry, like, it's like, fuck, bro, it rolled me, bro, like, I fucking cracked up so bad, like, haha, cry baby, you little bitch. Oh fuck, it was funny, Jay. Fuck, it was so funny, bro. Fucking RIP J Plays. We'll get that shark back. Let's find that shark, JP reckons. We'll get that shark back. We're gonna get out. God. We're gonna get him back for the guy. Tier 11s, we start getting the 4x. 4x is a big jump, getting them all to 4x. 5x, I feel like was around like tier 15. I started getting like everything kind of at 5x. Like, people say tier 14, I don't know, man. They must have a strong GT plus and high, you know, investment in sales or something, because it was more like tier 15 for me, tier 16 to solidify it. It'll take a while for the new 20 tiers to accept the... Yeah, it'll take a while for the brackets to build up, but once they build up, boomfa. Boomfa. You'll be right up there, big guy. And you'll be loving it. Where did J Plays go? He got eaten by a fucking shark, bro. Like, how you gonna get eaten by a shark? Like, yeah. Bro, like, one thing, like, and it was actually funny, like, I was talking about it with the bro PJ, and you guys all know PJ. And I was talking about it with PJ, and, you know, he was, like, asking me, like, you know, just general shit about, like, my journey and whatever. And, like, I was like, dude, I used to follow so many things like that J Plays did. Like, he's such a trendsetter for, like, a bunch of our generation in the tower. We'll just call it generations, you know, the wave of groups of people that came at the time when the ads were coming out, and there's all these different waves of marketing and stuff that captured a bunch of us. And he set like massive trends, and probably like a real big thing that he did was like getting people thinking about min-maxing. Like, come with that super min-maxing mentality. And it got like a whole wave of tower players, like, you know, thinking about the game, and, you know, kind of like with a more analytical lens and stuff like that. And he set up like, and then when he died and got eaten by the shark, it was just like, well, now what am I supposed to do? It's like, well, now I've got to think. like I didn't do everything like for like what he stuff that he did, and builds and pathing and all that sort of shit, but I did it very close. And I was like, okay, I can see this is coming up around the corner. Okay, there's this thing here, and all that sort of shit. But it was like, yeah, once he got eaten by that shark, bro, well, what the fuck are we supposed to do, you fucking dumb cunt? Like, what the fuck did you go swimming for? So I was like, okay, training wheels are off now, boys. Time to use our noggins and come up with something. But we managed to survive. Our towers lived on. Bro, why is that overcharge sitting on me like that? Boys, PB. PB, boys. PB. J-Plays came back at some point, made a YouTube stream, gave 10 packs away to the community, and then got eaten by another shark. Like, didn't learn the first time, eh? That's another death defy, boys. Run. Boys, he got eaten by a shark, disappeared, came back, fucking sprinkled his nuts all over our faces, dropped his 10 packs, and then went for another swing, got fucking eaten by a shark again. Fuck's sakes. That's what happens when you're a guy that cries, eh? You fucking get eaten. Damn, man. Honestly, I hope wherever that dude is, he's all goods. In Davy Jones's locker, is that what they call it, boys? Wherever he is in that fucking locker, I hope he's all goods, man. He's a good sort. PB, let's go, boys. Hell yeah, let's go. The sharks can smell a tears. The sharks can smell pussies. The sharks can smell pussies, boys. Like, let's fucking eat this pussy. You fucking min-max this, you can't. Oh, fuck's sakes. Oh, boys, you're terrible. You sound fucking terrible. Oh, fuck. Far out. Are we gonna die to it? Bro, the infinite vamps are so cringe, bro. I get it all the time. Good thing about that, yeah, of course, PB. Good thing about that, just create a little bit of space. Just a little bit of space between these fellas. Few bigger. Oh, like there's instantly 1, 2, I think 3. Maybe this dude, but definitely 2. Definitely 2. What's this guy? Who's this guy? Sweden. What gay country is that? Test, please ignore. Alright, so... Oh, ouch. Alright, 2 keys. It's all good though, boys. It's all good. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is. It is what it is. Everything will move around. Damn. 1800 waves for 2 keys. Hell yeah. This game sucks, alright. This guy's got it. He's like, this game fucking sucks. Oh, that's what it is, boys. Oh, shame we could have nudged that fella a little bit longer. But boys, 10 o'clock. It is my wife's birthday. I do need to get back to her. 22 billion a minute. What a rookie. Don't worry, they're gonna give away 1 key. It's alright, boys. Once the inflation kicks in and we start falling backwards. Next I'll be doing 2,000 waves for 1 key. Once everything's settled down, boys. We good, man. Oh, you guys crack me up. Summon? Did I just put that on? Or did I... No way I had that on, eh? I didn't, boys. The only other thing I was gonna try is like ditch away and then go for space displacer. But honestly, I'll just take that PB. I'm happy with that, boys. I'm happy with that. To be fair, this knockback resistance would have absolutely steamrolled me if we didn't roll with the perma black hole. Doing the MVN build. I done it like a while ago. Like a while ago. And I actually got that one, Speak of the Devil from J Plays. And I used that one to get the tier 12 or tier 13 relic for perma black hole. Just by that exact same method. And turn the other shit off. That's kind of how I knew it existed. Like 2 years ago, or where in the fuck we did that. What's my farming one? Fuck's sakes. What's going on? Oh, boys, we forgot to turn this on. Bounce shot. Amateur. Amateur. So if we get bot presets, do we just spend these coins? Probably a bit of another amateur move, not spending these coins. Honestly, I wasn't even going to stream tonight. And then I was like to my, to my missus, because my missus is crack up as. I was like to her, oh, just think about doing a stream. I might just like not stream or whatever. Like I'll just hang out with you. It's your birthday, and I was like, I might you know, just give it a miss. And then I was like, should I you know, she's like, nah, just do the stream. And I was like, nah, are you sure? So it's your birthday. She's like, boy, go do your stream. Because you need all the followers you can get. I was like, oh. We need all the followers we can get, boys. But as you know, none of you are my followers. You guys are a part of this journey too. Is there anything we can afford with 30Q? Boys, we can't really afford diddly squat these days. It didn't take long. Didn't take long for us to get priced out of everything. Sorry, boys. We're just. I seen the puppy sniffing around, and I was like, "Bro, you got to get this dude, eh?" You guys know the drill when you're when you're potty training a pup, man. You got to be on 10 toes. You cannot skip. What's up with that? Where did we get one bounce shot chance from? That's better. That's better, boys. Lock all this shit. Boom. Let me just back to it. Just like that. Turn everything back on. Deathwave, GT. Turn the CF off. And then we should just be humming. Just like that, boys. And now we just kick back, wait for our tournament rewards, and get version 29, boys. So stoked, man. So stoked. Cheers for the stream, bro. See you Saturday. Rocking all the new toys, bro. Boys, this is gonna be epic. I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with. I can't wait to see what those like cracked ass guys at the top, what crazy kind of concoction they come up with. Can't wait to catch a lucky bracket, promote to Mythic, and then face the top 100 players and be dead last. Dude, Richard, you're definitely poised in a position to get to go experience that. And that's super cool, man. And honestly, dude, bro, you're a good man. And I'm stoked you get to be a part of that. And like no doubt in so many months time, once more brackets and stuff open up, I'll get to come hang out with you fellas too, and then you guys get to laugh. I suppose the good thing is when we do a stream, we'll get to do like 100 runs because they'll be so fast. But the good thing is, like, even just knowing that it's tier 23 and knowing what a tier 22 milestone feels like, it's like opened my eyes to like how much significantly much more power we're gonna need to be able to get to that kind of mythic stage. Jen says, happy birthday to your missus. Cheers, bro. You're the man. GG's, well played, bro. The man. Only Fuds, Uncle Fuds. But boys, honestly, I'm actually quite happy with how this UG phone performed this tourney. Like, we finally managed to get it to work. What I'm not happy about is this bright ass screen. Like, look at that. Boys, it makes me look pasty ass. I swear in real life I'm a chocolate boy, but on camera... boys, on camera it makes a pasty ass. I'm one of the chocolate boys too. Up the PB, up version 29. Dude, this is gonna be an epic couple months, and this being August, so September, October, November, potentially they said that they wanted to give us another patch before Christmas, but I doubt it, man. I doubt it. They'll probably just put a major update within this version of the game, somewhere around. I'm expecting like a major version or whatever, major patch to come out to this version around the time when they do all the Black Friday sales, like some stone sinks. But I wouldn't expect another version of the game to come out till like February next year. So this should be enough to keep everybody, enough movement for people to get rewards, to pick up the things that they need in the vault and stone upgrades and all that sort of stuff, and play around with everything for the next, till February. I mean, I doubt it would be in January. We'd be lucky if anything's in December or January. Maybe if this patch came out a month or two ago, it would be like, oh yeah, there'd be another one before Christmas. But I don't think so. I just think there'll be some sort of stone sink for the Black Friday things whenever they come out. I don't even know where Black Friday is. There we go. Slow aura. What did it get? 20%. Let's go. Let's go. No doubt that helped us out there. But gents, honestly, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Keen to a stream for the Americans? This 4 a.m. is wild. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. The worst thing is like when I change my stream time, bro, it's gonna be at an even crazier time, my guy. It's gonna be at a, because it's gonna, daylight savings is gonna change. The Cloudphone stream looks like JAV quality. What's JAV? Do I have to Google that? Am I that much of a boomer? JAV quality refers to the resolution, framing, lighting, and overall production. Japanese adult videos. What? What? Oh no. Features heavy compression, lower bit rates, and standard definition. Oh no. It looks like a potato. Oh, boys. I'm sorry. Don't Google that. Boys. I'm bringing the subpar potato quality. Oh, boys. These are crack up. These are crack up. These are trouble. Boys, I tell you what. That's why I like streaming with you fellas. Because honestly, we always have a giggle, man. You guys absolutely crack me up. And the bro's going, don't Google that. Oh, gents, honestly, too much. Do we have to go through the patch notes, or have everybody has probably gone through it ad nauseum? I mean, I suppose there's not much for me as far as like what's the take on it, because it's all fucking good shit. You know, it's like the main thing, significant changes to tournaments, and the rest is all just great or whatevs. We don't have to go too deep into it. Not gonna lie, I haven't even thoroughly read through it anyway, so it's not much I can kind of say. He said it out loud too. Gents, you guys are awesome. So if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam. I reckon the patch notes are cool and all, but when the details out, everything comes out. It'll be even better. 100%, man. 100% when we get to like show and stuff. And I always look to Greeny, always does like a quick 10-12 minute video straight to the point. I feel like he does the best patch notes video, and because he's like in the position where he instantly can unlock everything. He's the mantis. Gents, you guys are awesome. So we will see you guys on the weekend.